I'd barely unpacked my first box at my new Crystal Lake house when 5 strangers swarmed my truck like a pack of wolves, demanding $12,000. I'm standing there, covered in road dust, my life's belongings still crammed in the back of my pickup, and these HOA vultures are acting like I owe them my soul for the privilege of living in my own damn house. The leader, a woman with a smile sharp enough to cut glass, steps forward. "Your lake access is revoked, Mr. Carter," she says, her voice dripping with fake honey. "Pay up or face serious legal consequences." I'm thinking these people are out of their minds, measuring my truck's tire pressure and snapping photos of my license plate like it's evidence in a murder trial. Little do they know, they've just picked a fight with the wrong guy. Let me back up. My name's Lucas Carter, 32, an electrician who's been through the ringer. My divorce was a bloodbath. My ex took the house, the dog, even my favorite whiskey glass. All I had left was a paycheck-to-paycheck existence and a threadbare grip on my sanity. When my Uncle Tom passed and left me his lake house, it felt like a lifeline. A fresh start, no strings attached, or so I thought after an 8-hour drive to Crystal Lake. I just wanted to crack a beer and watch the sunset shimmer on the water. Instead, I'm facing a suburban mob led by Karen, a blonde with a Mercedes and a clipboard thicker than a phone book. Her crew's a circus. One guy's measuring my mailbox height, another's counting my garbage cans, muttering about community standards. Karen hands me a stack of Relesno trucks parked overnight. No music after 6 p.m., no fishing without a permit. I'm thinking, what kind of dystopian hell did I just move into? I tell Karen there's been a mistake. I bought a non-HOA property, I say, trying to keep my cool. That's why I chose this place. Her smile vanishes faster than a cold beer at a barbecue. Your uncle may have misled you, Mr. Carter. This property falls under our jurisdiction. You have 48 hours to pay, or we'll sue. I'm standing there, still in my work boots, and she's threatening legal action before I've even unpacked my toothbrush. It's so absurd I almost laugh, but the glint in her eyes tells me she's dead serious. Then I notice her Mercedes has dealer plates, and her official HOA clipboard is paper-clipped with real estate business cards. This feels like a shakedown, like they've done this before. That night, I'm sitting on Uncle Tom's creaky porch, staring at the lake, wondering if I'll have to give it up before I even settle in. The house is a time capsule: old electronics, dusty furniture, and a basement packed with filing cabinets. One's locked, with a note in Uncle Tom's scrawl. "Lucas, if they're coming for you, your birthday backward opens this. Check the folder marked Last Resort." My heart's pounding as I spin the dial 12-15-88. The lock clicks, and inside is a gold mine. 38 boat dock rental contracts, each worth $2,800 a year, totaling over $100,000 annually. Every renter's a neighbor, and every contract's notarized, legally binding, going back 15 years. The kicker? Karen's name is on one, a triple-wide dock she hasn't paid for in 3 years, owing me over $8,000. I'm not just their neighbor, I am their landlord. The next morning, Karen's back with a legal mediator in a fancy suit and an inspection team treating my yard like a crime scene. They're measuring my grass, citing my bird feeder, acting like I'm running a meth lab. I'm on the phone with a lawyer, Mark Evans, who confirms the contracts are ironclad. Better yet, I own 200 feet of lake water under riparian rights, meaning every dock sits on my property. Karen's not just a bullish, a deadbeat tenant. While her team's busy, I dig into public records. Karen's company, Lakeside Elite Properties, is planning a luxury development, 12 homes, for $100,000 to $600,000 each, banking on exclusive lake access. Without my docks and water rights, her project's dead. No wonder she wants me gone. My neighbor, George, a retired sheriff, fills in the blanks. Karen's been terrorizing this neighborhood for years, targeting newcomers with fake violations and legal threats until they sell cheap. The Miller family lost their home for $60,000 below market value after she buried them in citations. George knew about Uncle Tom's contracts, but figured I'd find them myself. "She picked the wrong guy this time," he says with a grin. Karen UPS the ante, flooding the neighborhood with flyers claiming I'm planning a commercial boat operation to ruin their peaceful lake. Neighbors start shunning me. Kids get called inside when I pass by, and I'm hit with fines. $800 for unpermitted electrical work, $600 for improper garbage, $1,000 for my truck in my own driveway. It's psychological warfare, and it's working. Karen calls an emergency community meeting packed with 80 residents ready to lynch me. She's got PowerPoint slides, charts, and a petition signed by 45 people demanding I sell $180,000, a house worth $320,000. She paints me as a threat to their property values, and they eat it up. Then I stand, holding my manila folder. Before you vote, I say, let's talk about your boat dock rentals. The room freezes. I reveal the contracts, the $100,000 in annual income, and Karen's $8,000 debt. Chaos erupts. Neighbors turn on her, demanding why she hid this. I show the deed, county records, and surveys proving I own the water. The tide shifts. I am not the villain, Karen is. I offer fair terms, $2,400 per year for dock rentals, below market rate, with permits and environmental protections. Most agree, but Karen's screaming fraud, threatening lawsuits. She goes nuclear. Police show up at 7 a.m., claiming I'm trespassing. An EPA inspector investigates electronic waste in the Lake Me vintage radios. Building and health department citations pile up, all baseless. George uncovers Karen's $480,000 in embezzled investor funds, spent on her Mercedes and legal fees, plus another $120,000 she scammed recently. State investigator Laura Bennett digs into Karen's political ties, a city councilman and a fire marshal in her pocket. Security footage catches her team vandalizing my property, and phone records document her threats. She's not just fighting mesh, facing federal charges for wire fraud, securities fraud, and conspiracy. The community turns. At another packed meeting, George exposes Karen's decade-long scam, and Mrs. Miller shares her heartbreaking story. The vote to oust Karen as HOA president passes 87-3. Her real estate license is revoked, her company dissolved, her Mercedes repossessed, and her house foreclosed. Federal prosecutors slap her with a 4-year sentence and $650,000 in restitution. Meanwhile, I lease lake access to a legit developer for $60,000 a year, plus $81,600 from dock rentals. Property values rise 15%, and the lake's cleaner than ever, with ducks and herons returning. 2 years later, I'm living the dream Uncle Tom left me. My renovated cottage hums with his old jazz radios, and I share sunsets with Lisa, the librarian who stood by me. George and I sip coffee on his porch, laughing about the day we took down a suburban mob boss. Karen's folding laundry in prison, her empire in ashes. The neighborhood's thriving, transparent HOA, happy families, and a lake we all protect. Uncle Tom's hidden letters, found during renovations, predicted this. You've got the Carter grit to see justice through. I'm helping other communities fight HOA corruption, a local hero born from a $12,000 shakedown. Patience and truth won, and karma delivered a knockout punch. What's your story of standing up to a bully? Drop a comment and let me know.